see if this works here. Alrighty. I think this should be working. This is a new feature. This is going to be a literboyz episode here. Trying to see if I can get my... Alright, stream manager. Can I get the stream up on my phone so I can monitor chat? That's what I want to see here. But today I'm going to be reviewing Trapp Oktoberfest here. It's a lager from Vermont. I'm going to try that. I got the beer cam down here so you can watch the beer. It looks like I can see the chat room. So I think I'm going to be okay if anybody sends a chat, man. So, yeah, I think I can view chat. All right, so I'm going to start off with the beer, and then got my lederhosen on here. I'm going to do a beer review, and then going to do some real estate deal assessment. I've been wanting to check out some deals in my market in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia. So we're going to check those out. But let's get to the beer first. This is, again, the Trapp lager, and it's funny to watch my stream here. I can see myself. Okay, so let's give this a pour. Happy Sunday, everybody. Sunday fun day. I've been meaning to do this literboyz beer review and deal assessment for quite some time, but I just keep putting it off. So I'm glad to finally be doing this again. Alright, so here's the Oktoberfest there, and I'm going to do another pour here. Dump that in. So drink a liter, do some deal assessment. This is a lot of head. I was trying to fill out the liter, but that might have been too much foam, actually. It's going to be a lot of head. Ooh, that's a nice beer. If anybody has had this before, let me know what you think. So I'm going to let that settle down a little bit. Right off the bat. That's so much foam. That was a terrible pour. Alright, well. Alright, so beer is here. This is only for the 21 plus crowd. No drinking underage. I do not condone that. I looked up on Twitch, and you can drink beer on Twitch as long as you're of legal drinking age and it's legal in your country. So I'm in the U.S. It's legal. I am over 21. My birthday was just a few days ago. I just hit the big 3-4, and so I'm going to be drinking this beer and do a little Trapp segment here. So I have my little cheat sheet. I'm going to pull it up and see. This is like my rating system here. So Trapp. So I go overall, tailgate worthy. Can you drink it all day? Food pairing quality. Would you recommend it to a friend? Would you recommend to an enemy? Would you buy a keg of it? Would you buy it again? Aroma, appearance, taste, mouthfeel. All those like Untapped, beer advocate ratings, and then I'll give the overall. And you can't. It has to be 0 to 10. No 7s allowed. So this is going down a little bit here. It's going to be mostly foam, unfortunately, but I'm going to give it a shot. Wow, that's delicious. The color is beautiful, so I'm not sure if you can see that too well. You can kind of see it on the beer cam down here. It's got a really beautiful orangish kind of amber color here going on. Really, really nice. Let me see. I think I can turn up the brightness here a little bit on the face light. So yeah, really beautiful color. Over poured it on the head, but really nice. So let's go through the rating system here and see what we got. So let's go tailgate worthy. Tailgate worthy, you're going to be drinking probably like 10 to 12 beers. Could you drink 10 or 12 of these? I'm going to say you probably want something a little bit lighter for a tailgate. Something like more like a Miller Lite. But the thing is, if you get too light of a beer, then it just fills you up with bubbles. This is actually a nice combo. I would probably have this for like a 6-pack on a tailgate and I'd be good. And then I would probably drink something lighter. Or else I might do a few shots and then go, I don't want to, was it beer before liquor, never sicker. So I would probably finish off with this, do a couple shots and finish off with this. But this is actually pretty good. All right, so tailgate worthy, I would give it, let's give it like probably a 6.5 out of 10. All right, let's get to food pairing quality. Food pairing quality. That would be good with, obviously like pork and sauerkraut, any kind of chicken, any kind of meat dish. I usually eat vegan. I'm probably like, 90% vegetarian, but I do eat meat still on the random occasion. I think this would be really good with like some dark meats, something cheesy, really like flavorful meals. Yeah, that would go really, that's a food pairing. I'm going to give food pairing, I'm going to give this like, see, it's kind of flavorful, so you don't want it to mask the flavor of the food. I'm going to give it, I would give this a 7, but I'm not going to. I'm going to have to give it a 6 or an 8. I'm going to give it an 8.2. 8.2 out of 10 on the food pairing. Would I recommend this to a friend? Absolutely. This is actually really good. And side note, we just went to Tacanelli's in Philly, and we brought this beer along, and we had it there, and let me get this out of the way so you can see it a little bit better. We had this, and it was actually really good with pizza. So I would say 8.2 is a pretty good food pairing quality. Would you recommend to a friend? Yes, especially if they like Oktoberfest. I'm going to give this, recommend to a friend. I'm going to give this like an 8, probably an 8.6 out of 10. Would you recommend this to an enemy? I love this question. No, it's too good for an enemy. I'm going to give it a 0 out of 10 for the enemy. Would I buy a keg of it? Absolutely. I think I really would. I would buy, say I have a kegerator, I have 2 beers on tap, 2 sixtels. Yeah, I could definitely drink that like week after week after week on a kegerator. So I'm going to say, would I buy a keg of it? I would say, yeah, this is like a 9.2 out of 10. I would definitely buy a keg of this. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. This is a good beer. I'm going to say 9. Yeah, I'm going to say... See, I don't like to give out 10s because nothing's perfect. Would I buy this again? Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9.5 because I would absolutely... I might try a different Oktoberfest, occasionally, but this is good. I would definitely get this one again. This is very good. 9.5. Aroma, appearance, mouthfeel, all that good stuff on rate beer. The aroma... It smells so good, like yeasty, hoppy, just smells like just bready, just like this just smells so good. The aroma, I gotta give the aroma is definitely a, actually let me do this up a little bit differently. I'm obsessed with Trello here. All right, so let's go. Aroma, the aroma is so good. I could smell that all day. I wish I had a candle with that smell. I'm going to give this like a 9.8 out of 10. The aroma is fantastic. Appearance. Let's see. It looks great. It has a little bit of color. I think it was in the sunlight. I'm in my office now. It's getting dark outside, so it doesn't have a beautiful as if it was outside. I'm going to give this appearance. I would give it like an 8.5. It looks very good. Maybe an 8.6. 8.6 out of 10. All right, let's see. Let's go next. We have taste. The taste is good. Taste is very good. I'm going to give this taste, I'm going to give it an 8.9 out of 10. Mouthfeel. Let's see here. Mouthfeel's nice. I mean, it's just your standard beer. I'm going to give it like a, doesn't have any bad things about it. I'm going to give it an 8.2. It's totally fine. Mouthfeel. All right, so that's pretty much all of those. The Untapped rating. Let's check out Beer Advocate real quick, because Beer Advocate, actually, I don't want to get, this is their website here. I don't want to get a biased opinion. Overall, I'm going to rate this beer. This is a solid beer. I love Oktoberfest beers too. We were just in Munich a couple weeks ago. with this. Had this lederhosen. We went with a couple friends. I could drink Oktoberfest beers all day. This is a Märzen, which is Oktoberfest, I believe, which actually means spring, like March. In German, März is March. So they brew these in March. They let them age, ferment, all that process, and then they are ready for September drinking. Oktoberfest is in September and October. So I think I'm going to give this overall, I don't know if I would give it a 9. It's so close to a 9, 8 or 9. I don't know if I'm going to give it a 9. I'm going to give it a 9-1. That's a really good beer. I really like it. Okay, so overall 9-1 on the Von Trapp Oktoberfest. So there's the rating there. I gotta check my stream to make sure this is working still. Is this going? Alright, yeah, it's going. Alright, cool. So, I live in Pennsylvania. I'm gonna jump over and do some deal assessment next. I have 1, 2, I guess just 3 rental properties, and then we own this home. So we have 1, 2, oh no, hold on. 1, 2, I have 3 rental properties. I don't know what I'm saying. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tenants. I'm looking to buy some more properties here. I'm saving up to find get some financing options so we can buy another property. I want to keep a pulse on the market here. By the way, in the chat, send me a message. I'm going to see if I can monitor it here. This is kind of my first solo stream on this Boyz podcast. But if you have comments, shoot them to me. We'll love any feedback. And maybe eventually I'll do some giveaways on here. That'd be kind of fun. But I got to do a shout out to this book. I've just been reading it, my bookmark here. So this is Investing in Duplexes, Triplexes, and Quads. I think you can see it here. This is one of my favorite books. This is how I got into real estate investing. It talks about investing in residential properties, so not commercial. So 2 units, 3 units, and 4 units. Anything over 5 and more is a commercial unit. The financing is a lot different. On a 4 and under unit, you can get a residential loan, a 30-year loan. If you go commercial, you sometimes get balloon payments, which means that after 5 or 10 years, your interest rate goes up by 5 or 10%. That sucks. I don't want to deal with that. So I just do residential properties. I do 30-year mortgages. I keep it simple. I do a lot of thorough background checks on my tenants. I have great tenants that come in, and I have good high rents. We just turned over our tenants this summer and got above market value because there was so much demand. But anyway, let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at some of the properties in the market here. I haven't looked in a while. And so I have this worksheet here. This is let me make sure my stream's so good. This is the GRM worksheet that I have. This is where I keep track of all data. I have a bunch of spreadsheets in here. A bunch of data in here about different older properties. So I need to keep this updated. And then I'm going to move away from the Trapp. Actually, let's check out Beer Advocate real quick. What do they give them? Oh, 87. Very good. I give it 9-1. That's a pretty good score on Beer Advocate. It's a good beer. I would recommend that beer. If you like Oktoberfest, get it. If you like drinking beer, try it. That's a good Oktoberfest beer. I think my favorite, I have Fest beer on tap. I should do a review of that next. It's going to be hard to compare this versus Fest beer. I have a couple more of these in a 6-pack that I can get. This is 5.6% alcohol, 35 IBUs. It's from Vermont, 12-ounce lager. That's about all I got for you. So let's move on into the real estate here. We can close this. All right. So again, thanks for everybody watching me. I'm going to put this on YouTube too, that we can share this later. That's good. All right, so let's jump in here. So let's take a look. I've been tracking Gettysburg. I've been tracking Hanover, New Oxford. I have a property in Hanover, I have a property in East Berlin, and I have a property in Philadelphia. So that's where I'm going to be looking today. Keep enjoying this beer. On the beer cam. How is the beer cam? Is it? Looks like. Okay, yeah, you can still see the beer. That's good. All right. So let's check out Gettysburg. Let's see here. I am typically looking for properties that are about 40 to 50 down payment, which means 20% down payment. So I'm looking at somewhere between 200 and 300 value properties right now. Maybe one day I'll look at more. So let's take a quick look at Gettysburg. Gettysburg's interesting because they have an Airbnb market that is out of control. There's a really good website here. Let me pull it up. airdna.co. If you were looking at doing, I'll do my login. If you were looking at doing Airbnbs, this is a great resource here. This website. Sign in. What I can do is I can search for Gettysburg. Oh, come on. I already have an account. I just logged in, literally. Sign in. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to jump over to Gettysburg. I've been toying around with the idea of doing Airbnbs. The property in Hanover, I tested it out. I had a ton of hits on our property. I listed it just as kind of like a test. And I think we would have made more Airbnb-ing it versus renting it, but it takes a lot more effort. So you have to coordinate a maid. You have to furnish the property. It wasn't furnished. You have to get people in there cleaning it, like I just said. You have to organize. You have to have an assistant to make sure that people are checking in, answering questions, all this stuff. There's a lot more time, and I don't think the time would have, it wouldn't have been worth it for us versus just renting it out for a 1-year lease for a really good tenant. So that's what we ended up doing. But I've been wanting to try out Airbnb for a while. So on AirDNA, I can look at any town, any zip code here. So I'm just looking at Airbnb for Gettysburg. Average daily rate is 208. So it's a little bit lower in January, a little bit higher in July. This Gettysburg is a tourist town. It's got a college. But a lot of people come in. It's very historical. I love Gettysburg. It's really close to where I grew up. Occupancy rate is 70%, which is that's very high. The revenue they're saying is about $3,400. I can see we have listings on Airbnb, Verbo, rental size, typically 2 bedrooms. Rental growth, it's growing a little bit. Amenities, most people have air conditioning. People don't have dryers, don't have pools, don't have hot tubs. Airbnb ratings, you can see that overall is 4.93, so it's pretty competitive. It's a good market. Rental activity. So available, 55% are available from 271 to 365 days. And if you go down to 1 to 90 days, there's only 13% that are available. So it's booked regularly. And I can see here, 1 to 90 days, 27% are booked. I have 91 to 180, 31. So up to 270 days, so it's a very booked market. So I would love to get one of these. The only issues with Gettysburg on the Airbnb market is there's a lot of fire codes. There's a lot of fire codes with this place. So there's a lot of code rules. So you have to read the code. So you have to have a sprinkler system in the property. You have to have it ADA compliant. So if you have 2 floors, you need to have an elevator. The properties I'm buying are probably not going to have elevators, so you have to put in a chairlift. That's like $20,000. It's really not worth it. So I need to find a single-story property that has, 1 to 2 bedrooms, not a 2-story. It really is hard to find in Gettysburg. So let's take a look at what's on the market right now. And I have my Gettysburg area here. So this is Gettysburg downtown. So let's take a look at that. I want to make sure that I'm checking chat. If somebody does send me a message. Okay, it doesn't look like any messages yet. Let me know if you do have any questions. This is the Trapp Oktoberfest that I'm trying here if you're just logging in. So these are the properties I have here. Let me see. Is this visible? Let's see. Rerun. Sorry, just messing with Twitch here. I'm kind of new to Twitch, figuring this thing out. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think this is visible. It's kind of small on Twitch. I'm not sure if I need to make it bigger. But this just has all the numbers on it. And I'll talk through the numbers that, if you can't see them. And leave me a comment if you can't see them. What I can do is potentially just make that bigger. So, let's see here. I'm going to pull up a couple properties here and see how they're doing. So this is, okay, so 210 West High Street. This is off market. It was not sold. Rent estimate is $16.94. So this property I had already assessed. It was on sale for $220,000. Looks like it never went through. Mortgage rates are probably up to 6% now. It was 5.5%, which wasn't even super exciting back then. Okay, yeah, so list for home for rent. So this could be a long-term rental. $16.94, single family home. Yeah, it was listing removed by Remax on 10/13/2022. So this is an off-market property now. It was not sold. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so listed for sale 5/9, pending sale 9/26, listing removed 10/13. So was this sold? I don't know. Is it going to tell me? It doesn't look like. Usually it says sold. Like here it says sold. I think it was not sold. I think it was not sold. So there was a pending sale. It was not sold. Maybe something that came back in the inspection report that they didn't like. For instance, I've seen really bad structural reports on inspection reports that we've paid for, and we just pulled out of the deal because of it. So this is interesting. So 69.4. So let's run the numbers on this quick. So it was listed for $220. Cost to close, I usually figure, is about 25%. So let's see here. So that would come out to about $52,800. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-unit, 4-bed, 2-bath. The square foot is 1728, so it was about $127 per square foot. Market rents. What did I have it listed as? Renting at, what's 1694 divided by 2? That's going to be what, 750? No, 850. 1694 divided by 2, 847. So I'm actually going to change this to Zillow's estimate, because I like Zestimates, because it's based off what's actually people are selling it for on the Zillow Manager, which I use. I use Zillow Manager. I find great tenants. I also use Craigslist, but Zillow's great. All right, so, oh, that's interesting. So I had it at market rent was $912. So that was a better deal. $847 is not quite as good of a deal. So rent per month, $16.94. Rent per year, $20,000. GRM. So GRM is a really good tool that I use all the time. So important. If you don't know what GRM is, the gross rent multiplier. Gross rent multiplier. Which means it takes the price that you're paying, and it's a ratio of the price that you're paying to the rent you make for the year. So it's literally $220,000 divided by $20,000. And it comes out to about $20,328. So it comes out to 10.82. So usually GRMs, if they're over 10, the property is usually pretty highly priced. I usually shoot for GRMs between like a 6 and a 10. That's like my sweet spot. If you go below a 7, typically, the tenants really aren't as good. I don't have the stomach for, some Philly neighborhoods where you have really great low GRMs, which means the property value, the price of the property is low compared to the rents. The rents are high, the property value is low. You have a really low GRM in the 6s, the 5s, the 4s. You're not going to have good tenants. You're going to have C-level tenants, and it's just not worth the headaches. A lot of the neighborhoods in Philadelphia, it's just a lot of gun violence. It's just not worth it for me. So I like good neighborhoods. So typically I see like 8, 9, 10s, 11s, 12s. If you get up to like the 13, you can buy it. Maybe the deal would work, but it's probably not going to be as appealing as some other ones. So I have some formulas in here where I basically take Zillow's. So this is the principal and interest per month, insurance per month, the taxes per month, and the overall cost per month is going to be $1,356. The cost per year is $16,000. So your profit per month on this property is going to be $337. Not great. I usually shoot for, I love $1,000. You don't get that. So I typically shoot for about $500 to $1,000 profit per month. Profit per year, I usually shoot for about $10,000 is my goal. Return on investment, I usually shoot for at least over 10%. Right now, inflation is whatever, 7, 8%. What is it? Let's actually get some numbers going here. What is inflation rate today? 8.2. So if you don't have a property that's giving you an ROI of 8.2%, you're you're not making any money. You're just breaking even. And if you're holding on to money, you're losing. If I have cash and I'm just holding on to it every single month, it's devaluing itself by 8.2% every month, which sucks. Inflation is really bad for people that don't own properties. If you own a property, inflation is great. Because when you buy a property, you buy a 30-year mortgage, right? So you invest that money in. And you say, okay, the monthly payment is $1,000 a month. Well, if you get inflation, that's basically saying that dollars are worth less, right? So then the amount of your mortgage payment doesn't change. So over the next 30 years, you're paying less and less value, basically. So you're paying the same amount of money, but your dollars are getting devalued. So it's great for people that own properties because then you actually are paying less money over the long haul with inflation. That's why real estate investing is just one of the reasons real estate investing is so good. All right, let's talk about ROI. Payback. I always look at the payback. Try to get a payback, and that means like you get your money back in about 5 to 7 years. If you're going over 7 years, not a great investment. All right, we can look at 108 York Street here. This was an ROI of 18% and a payback of 5.4. That's a very great deal. So this 210 High Street that we're looking at, not great. All right, so this is one that's off market. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, and where's the off market area here? I think I have, okay, long term. I think what I did, yeah, okay, so I have pending, sold, off market area. So I'm going to make a subsection here and just, because I like to track these houses. I know that the seller was trying to sell it at one point, so I'll keep an eye on it. So Gettysburg here, what is this? Oh, long term. These are the long term rentals down here. Okay, so I'm just going to insert one above here. Sorry, this is a little bit boring. So I'm going to do off market here. Don't need that to be bold. Let's put a couple rows below, and I'm just going to move this deal down. Just because off market. There we go. All right, so that one's dead. All right, so let's actually look. This one, let's take a look here. 108 York Street. This one, oh, this one's sold actually. Okay. For $275. Let's take a quick look at that. This is a property that we actually toured. Yeah, we toured this property. Did we? I'm trying to remember. I think we toured this. It wasn't a great property. Yeah, it wasn't. It was kind of weird. They had a really bad roof in this place. The roof was like, the third floor unit was like totally effed. It was totally effed. Alright, so let's take a look. So this is $275. I always like to go back and look at deals and see what they actually sold for. So 108 York Street, they had it listed for $350. What do I have here? No contract. People that own it had an accounting business on the first floor. Alright, so they had it listed for $350. They sold it for $275. I was running numbers at $150 here. So it made sense at $150. The other ones, no. So let's go here, $275. Down payment, the cost to close is $66,000. The rents, I estimated at $875. This was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. And the 210 one that we just saw was off market. That was a 2-bed, it was a 2-bed, 1-bath for $847. So these are 1-bed, 1-bath. I think $875 is going to be too high. What does this say? It doesn't say. It says home value. Sometimes Zillow is nice because it'll give you a rental. Oh wait, list for rent, $230.38 rent estimate. It's not always accurate. That is actually about just under $800 per unit per month. So they're saying $2,338. So let's see, what is that? I was just guessing. So let's put this estimate in. Let's go with $2,338. So $2,338 divided by 3. It's gonna be $779. So it's gonna be $780 basically. So I'm going to put in 780 here. Let's actually see. This is what Zillow is saying. This does not look like a good deal. So 780 rent per month was 2340. GRM is 97. That's good. Cost per month is 1691. Oh, that's pretty good. Cost per month. All right. So the profit per month is 648. Profit per year was 7. The return on investment is 9%. Not terrible, but not great. Payback is 11 years. So that's pretty. And we were estimating repairs at like 20,000 because there was a lot of repairs that needed done. So if I get rid of that 20,000 repairs, it's 12% ROI, payback even more for right. But there was a lot of work that needed done there. So that was like, and it was probably even more like 60,000. So with the cost to close of 66,000 plus another 20,000, it's really not worth it, to go in and do that. So on paper it looks nice, but there was so much work, I just don't think it was worth it. So this was actually sold. So let's move this down. Let's enter. Let's do sold, and we can put this down here. Insert some rows. This one was sold. Okay. I'll throw that down there. Alright, I guess I didn't need to keep adding rows. So that was another one. I guess let's take a look at what we have here. Those are some old deals. Has anybody asked any questions? No questions yet. That's fine. Alright, so let's take a look here. So this is the square of Gettysburg. Take a look here. So this place, what is this place? $4.99. Former Gettysburg College student housing. Alright, so I talked to a local realtor and they said that basically the college, because of COVID and student applications are down, they're making all students live on campus. So all of these student housing locations are getting sold because they don't have anybody to rent to. So this has been on for 115 days. Wow. So let's add this. 10 bed, 5 bath. What is this? Housing 10 room, 4.5 bath with full kitchen and great room areas, completely installed sprinkler system and fire escape access, ADA rear ramp access. Wow. That's interesting. So that could potentially be an Airbnb. Is it in the Airbnb zone? Maybe. So there is a, let me pull it up. Where is it? Interactive map. I can see, this is the map, the zoning map for Gettysburg, and you can see the area. So this yellow, orangish area is where we can have Airbnb rentals. Some of these other areas you can't. So let's see. This is on Delap and North Washington. Let's see, where's Delap? Delap, what's this? Base zoning district. I don't know if I can have it there. Let's see. Gettysburg zoning. So this has a map. Okay, yeah. Institution is not permitted for Airbnb, only the green areas. So this is not a viable Airbnb option. So this would only be a long-term rental, not a Airbnb. So $4.99. All right, so we can run the numbers on it. This is just going to be under the long-term area. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this back up. So let's copy this, paste this in. All right, so property address 133 North Washington. We have the price $4.99. I think it's gonna to be like. I honestly think it's gonna be 6% now. If you're buying a property, it's high. High for us, high for me. We bought a property in 2016, and we had like 3.75 rate. Cost to close, so I'm just going to drag up this. It's going to be, oh wow, 119, so almost 120,000. That's pretty high. I don't have the funds for that. I would have to, try to do some networking and find some investors. Units. How many units is this? Is this one unit? Oh, you know what it might be? Oh, is this a commercial property? This might be a 5-unit, 2-bed, 1 bath, 5 of them. Single family residence. What the hell? This is weird. Built in 1890. Probably earlier than that. Listed for sale, $499. Estimated monthly cost. They don't give a rental amount, but I can make a guess at what it would be, about 800 or so, 850. I'm going to say it's probably 5 units, which would not be residential. This would be a commercial property, which I would probably not be interested in. Nonetheless, let's take a look. Alright, so 5 units. It's going to be 10 bed, 5 bath. Square footage is $4,672 per square foot. This is a good thing to look at. 106, so that's pretty good. Rents, I don't have a Zestimate, so I'm going to do market, and it's going to be, because I only have these 4, I'm going to do, I'm going to make one a 4-bed, 2-bath, and then I'm going to do the rest of them at 2 and 1. And then all the way through. And this will populate throughout. So my other Gettysburg 2-bed, 1 bath, I had 1,000, that's too high. What do we just have down here in the one that was sold? That was at $780 for a 1-bed. That was estimate off market. This is a 2-bed, 1 bath, $847. So let's do that. $847. So I'm going to do 847 times 2. I think that was what, 1694, right? 1694. So this is our 5 unit. And then I'm going to drag this up, and this will populate, and let's see how the numbers run out. Oh, not too bad, actually. So if this property didn't need, if this was turnkey, this would be pretty okay, actually. The only thing is it commercial, and I don't have that money right now. So anyway, so rents is going to be about $4,200. Rent per year is about $50,000. Your GRM is 9.8, that's pretty Gettysburg average. Your cost per month is about $3,000. Cost per year is about $38. So profit per month is about $1,000. That's pretty good. Profit per year, $12,000. 11% return on investment. I like that. Payback, 9.48. That's kind of a long payback, but and the also thing is, students are not going to be living there, so you got to find other people. It's going to be a risky investment, but it could pan out. So this might be a good investment. I'm going to list this as a maybe. So we'll watch this. It's been on the market for 115 days. That's kind of impressive. That's over 3 months, almost 4 months. So we'll leave it like that. How are we doing? Anybody have any questions yet? Let's see. No questions. Somebody sent me a question here. All right. So let's take a look at another property. So that was 133. So that one's interesting. Let's take a look at this one. This one is not going to be in the Airbnb zone either. So let's assess this one. Insert one row above. Okay, so this is 155. We are actually looking at a property on North Washington Street. So this is 249,900. Mortgage rate, we can copy this up. Okay, so about 60,000 is pretty good. Units. What is this? Beautiful brick home across. This home is located in walk distance. Living space. The charm of the old wood craftsmanship throughout this home. This home will take you back to simpler time, elegance and charm. Wonderful 9-foot ceilings. Yada yada. I think this is going to be a single family home. Is it listed here? It should list. Doesn't they don't have? Oh, okay. Single family residence. 4 bed, 2 bath. Square footage is 2450. Do they have a rent listed here? Monthly cost down. Oh, good. Rental value. $16.94. Okay, yeah. So that's what Zillow is doing. It's 2 bedroom. I'm sorry, 4 bed, 1 2 bath is listed $16.94 on Zillow. So we can calculate dollars per foot. What do we got? 102. Nice. All right. So unit 1, 2 bed, 1 bath. All right, this might just be a 4 and 2 and $16.94. So let's drag this up and see what we got. Not great. Rents are going to be $16.94. GRM is 12.92. Not good. Cost per month is about $16.02. So what is Zillow saying is a monthly cost? $17.14 actually. Dang, girl. That's high. They're saying much higher than I'm saying. So they know more than I do. Profit per month, $91. Profit per year, $1,000. That is the payback. It's going to take you 54 years to make your money back. Don't do it. Do not buy this property. Unless you are looking for a home. Let's take a look at the pictures here. Yeah, it looks charming. Is there parking? You know, like, I don't know. It looks fine. This is not going to be a rental property. This is going to be, somebody's going to buy this for their home. If we were going to make this, do they have parking? No, it's just street parking, I think. If we would make this a rental property, in order to make it, we would have to pay, let's see, let's just play a little game. It's listed at $249, which is probably too high anyway. Let's do $175. How the numbers work then. Boom. All right, the payback period is 6.17. It's 6 years. The ROI is 16%. That's fantastic. Profit per month is $500. Profit per year is about $7,000. Pretty good. All right, so you're going to make your money back. So what I would do is I would offer. If you're going to put an offer on this property, and let's just say the tour went really well, and you didn't see anything wrong with it, you would probably offer like 170, and they would counter. I mean, 170, that's a low ball number. They're not even going to look at that number because I'm sure there's people that are looking at houses. That's the thing. If you are an investor and you're looking at single-family homes, it is so difficult because you have people that are emotional that will pay whatever they want because the market is, very competitive right now. They're going to pay whatever they want to get the property. Versus an investor, I'm only going to pay so much, otherwise it's not worth my money. So 175, this will be a good investment. 250, bad. So this is a no for me. Definitely a no. I'm not going to hurt this one. All right. Let's see what else we got in Gettysburg here. Let's take a look at this 155 over here. I think this area, let's double check the map. It's on 5th, between 5th and 6th. So let's take a look at the map here between, oh yeah, okay, so it's right here. So this region, where are we at? This is the GC region, I believe. Interesting. Can I go back? Oops. I didn't want to go that far back. Alrighty, so let's zoom in here. We have Furniture Alley 5th and 6th right here. This region is GC. Okay, so GC is good on the zoning. Alright, so I'm good there. Now, I could do Airbnb or I could do long-term rental. So let's take a look at that. So, pull it up again. Alright, so let's run the numbers on this bad boy. I'm going to put this up under Airbnb. Alright, so property address. Yeah. Price, 155. Alright, I can drag these up. This is gonna be definitely be at least 6, probably 6 or 7 at this point. It's terrible. Units. I think this is a 1. What does it say? Very nice semi-attached unit in borough of Gettysburg. Full concrete basement, garage, detached. Could go FHA 203K financing. No FMHA or FHA due to gravity natural gas heat. Interesting. Would make an excellent rental unit, tenant occupied. Okay, so this is like this is a 1 bedroom or something? It's a 1 bath. It's probably a 2 bedroom. There's not many 1 bedrooms for sale in Gettysburg area. So single family residence, 0 bedrooms. So the real estate agent sucks. Like whoever listed this is just terrible. 1 bathroom, 1 garage space. Let's take a look here. So we have, looks like a living room. This place is dated. Kitchen. Wow. Okay, so they have a bathroom, 1 bedroom here. What is this? This looks like it could be a storage closet. Looks like it could be a bedroom. So you have 1 bedroom. Alrighty. Maybe 2. This is a different bed. So there's 2 bedrooms. Oh, and there's like a little shed. Interesting. So it's a 2 bed. So this is going to rent for about $847 per month, I believe. That's what we're seeing on the market, according to Zillow. So this is a units 1, beds 2, bath 1, square footage 1270. I don't think the square footage is going to be, the cost is going to be great. Oh, 122. Okay, that's not terrible. Okay, market. Beds 2, 1, rent. I really think it's going to be $847 for a 2 bed, 1 bath. That's what we had down on the property that's sold off market, $847. All right, so let's drag it up and see what we get. Is it going to be good or bad? Terrible. All right, so rent is $847. The cost per month is about $1,000. That's what if you buy it at $155. Your profit per month is negative $153. Your ROI is negative 5%, and your payback period is negative 20. Doesn't even make sense. So if I'm going to buy this property, and it doesn't even look that great from the pictures, it looks like some work probably needs done. The bathroom's probably effed. Look at the shower. Let's see what would we need to offer for this to be a good property. And actually, what was the other one we were just looking at? We were looking at this 249. What I like to do is I'm just going to put this, insert 1 row below. It was 175. That's like the maximum I would offer. And then I'm going to just take all this, copy, paste. Yeah, that's like the 617. All right, so let's take this one. Let's insert 1 below. And let's see what we would have to offer to make this a profitable opportunity here. So let's just say we do 95. What does that turn it into? 8-year payback. Really not that great. Wow, look at that cost to close. The cost to close is low. I like that. That's an easy property pickup. Let's do 87. All right, so that's what I'm talking about. 90. So I wouldn't offer over 90,000 for this property. I would not, because your payback is 7 years. You're going to spend $20,000 on this property, probably more even, because it looks like things need updated. Although it could be a good opportunity for equity. If you know how to rehab this a little bit. 7 years, you're going to get your $20,000 back, which is a little bit long, but it's okay. Usually shoot for 5 to 7. So this is going to be, I would offer 85, and then 90 would be my maximum. That would be as high as I can go on this property. I would check it out, see what it looks like. So that's a maybe. That is a maybe. If I was really hard up and trying to find a property, that's what I would do. Shoot me a message if you have any questions here. Would love to answer a few questions. I'm still not having any. We're about 49 minutes in. Would love a question. Okay, so let's take a look at another property here. This is that one's okay. It could be an Airbnb. So let's take a look at this, actually, the Airbnb numbers. So let me pull up my, I gotta pull up my document for the housing. What is it under? Let me pull this up here. Find it. Where is it? HSMC spreadsheet. There we go. Alright, so this is my Airbnb valuation. So let's take a look here. I'm going to create a new one up here. Insert one row above. Alright. Go. So, property address, 514 York Street, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. If there's a specific region you would like me to take a look at, I would love to take a look. Gettysburg is just my local market. Bed Bath, 2-1. Rent plus utilities. If it's one, it's gonna be $1,000 per month with this, right? Yeah, it's gonna be $1,000. Utilities is probably going to be another 100, so it's going to be probably 1,100. Rule of 8. So the rule of 8 is basically you take the amount that it costs per month, divide that by 8, because you have 4 weekends per month, 2 nights each weekend, so that's 8 nights. So you can typically rent out an Airbnb for at least those 8 nights per month. That's like the safe estimate. And everything over 8 days is gravy on top of that. So it's going to be E4 divided by 8. So it's going to be this divided by 8. So let's see, what is the rule of 8? So you need to charge at least $137 per night. I already know from AirDNA that I can usually charge about $200 per night. So that's actually pretty good. All right, so the average daily rate. So let's just say 190 for a 2-bed, 1 bath in Gettysburg is going to be about 190 per night. Oh, this is 140. Oh, that was the lowest down. Yeah, so I'm going to say 189. Occupancy rate is 0.7. Average daily rate for the weekday, let's just say like 170. Weekend, let's just say 190. Monthly revenue. This is going to be, bring this up. This is going to be G3 times H3 times 30. So G3 is the average daily rate, 189, times H3, which is the occupancy rate, which is 0.7, times 30 days per month. So you're going to make about $4,000 in revenue per month on an Airbnb for this place. Not bad. The front of this place looks like a disaster. There's going to be not a lot of work. We can run the calculations here. This honestly would not be a terrible Airbnb. Yearly revenue will be about $47,000. Monthly cash flow is almost $3,000. Yearly cash flow is about $34,000. So you will make about $34,000 profit on this Airbnb in Gettysburg. Not bad. Only problem is you have to have a chairlift and it has to have a sprinkler here. Oh, it looks like my wife is coming in. I gotta go cook dinner. So this will be my last one for the night. Oh, probably won't get home until 7:30. All right, cool. It's about 6:20 now, so I guess I'll maybe do one more and then we'll wrap up. So it's not going to happen. This is a perfect scenario here, and that I wouldn't buy a property just for Airbnb. I would buy it and make sure the numbers work for long term, because if you get screwed, Airbnb is so finicky with zoning. They change the laws, every couple of years. You might get screwed out of it. So then you have this property that only makes money with Airbnb, and if you do a long-term rental, you're losing money every year. No. So if you're going to buy a property, buy it where the long-term rental works. Airbnb works too. Long-term rental always has to work. This property does not work with a long-term rental. I would not offer more than $90,000 for this property. I would probably even offer less, because there's going to be this property just doesn't look great. There's going to be a lot of repairs needed with this. So, but it could be a potential. Like if you can get them down to 75. Let's see, what's 75? That ain't bad. That ain't bad. So that's the potential. That's potential there. But I'm not jumping out of my chair on this one. All right. I don't think we did this one down here. let's see here. 395. So this is, let's take a look. So this is Breckenridge and Washington. Breckenridge and Washington. Let's take a look here on the map. Breckenridge, here's Breckenridge and Franklin. Where's Washington? Washington's here. Alright, so Breckenridge and Washington, let me just get my bearings. Breckenridge, Washington, right there. Breckenridge, Washington, right here. Okay, so that's this region. What is this one? R2. Can we use R2? No. GFY. Looks like we cannot there. That sucks. Only in this area. So, yeah, this RO you can. Elm Street overlay you cannot. So this is only a long-term rental property here. So let's take a look at it. Alright. I feel like... No, I didn't see this property yet. Alright, so let's take a look here. Send me a question. I'm going to be logging off here pretty soon if you have any questions. I'm going to be trying to do this more regularly. I got to finish my beer here. Let's insert row above. And let's do a deal assessment here. So 58 and 60 Breckenridge Street. That's kind of weird. Is this 2 units? We'll see here in a minute. 394. Alright, let's see. What's the cost to close? 94,000, kind of high. 7 beds. 3,300 square feet. What is going on with this property? Investor alert. Watch out. This fully renovated and remodeled 3-unit multifamily home. Okay, so it's a 3-unit home in the heart of downtown Astoria, all electric and all new plumbing within walking distance. Everything. Unit 58, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. Unit 59, 2 bedrooms and 2 bath. Unit 60, 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1 half, and large formal dining, large walk-through closet, master bath. Estimated annual revenue of $38,000 to $45,000. Currently listed as a multifamily, but in the process of permitting to convert to a condo. Don't do that. And sold as separate units. Make this multifamily a great addition to your rental portfolio. Finish the approval process for condos and make a quick profit. Estimated profit of 100. Yeah, I don't know. Care about their profits. All right. So what? How many beds do we have? They're saying 7. Unit 58, 3 bedrooms. 59 is 2 bedrooms. And unit 60 is 2 bedrooms. All right. So that's 7. 7 bed. How many baths we got? 3 bedroom, 2 bath unit. 2 baths. Unit 60, 2 bedrooms. All right. So we have 6.5. I like it. Dollars per square foot. 119, not too bad. Do we have a rent estimate? Yes, they do. It's 914. Come on, Zillow. That is BS. That's terrible. Terrible. All right, so I'm going to have to do market rent assessment here. So, come on. All right, so. Get back to it here. Let's take a look. So we have Unit 58, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. 3 bedroom, 2 bath. We have Unit 2 is 2 bedroom, 2 bath. Unit 3, Unit 62 bedroom, 2.5. Okay, so 2.5. All right, so Gettysburg, let's see what we got. We have a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. I have it for $1,200. A 2 bedroom, 2 bath, $1,100. So let's go with that. And that was a market assessment that I had done before. So $1,200, and you'll get used to these numbers as you go. $1,200. Oh no, this is $1,100. $1,100, and then let's see. This is probably look okay. Okay, so it looks like it was renovated. All right, they said renovated. It looks decent. So maybe these numbers are accurate as far as like a assessment. So let's see what we would get here. Hot diggity. We have an 11% return on investment, payback 9 years. Not too bad. Let's insert 1 row below. This is a pretty cool property. The cost of close is a little bit high, so I would definitely have to ask for an investor on this one. Let's run the numbers at a little bit lower and see what we would want to actually pay for this property, assuming no renovation costs. So $394. Let's just say $375. Yeah, $375. That's about it. $370. Let's see, $370. Not bad. $365. There it is. Just under $7. That's what I'm looking for. $87 cost to close. 3 unit. Okay, so let's take a look at the numbers here. I'm assuming these rents are going to be right. All right, so rent per month $3,400, cost per month. All right, so we're going to get $1,000 profit per month, $12,000 per year, 50% return. This is a great investment. If you can get them down to $365, this is a terrific investment. This is not an Airbnb. This is only long-term rental, but this is a really nice long-term rental. So if I could find an investor that would help me come up with a couple $1,000s here on this, and I would manage it, this would be a terrific investment. So this is definitely an option. I like this property. I'm going to save it and keep an eye on it. This has been on the market for 86 days, almost 3 months. People are not jumping on this. That's kind of impressive. What did they say? They said annual rental estimate between 38 and 45. What's my rental estimate? 40,000. So yeah, that's right about where they were saying too. So that's about right. What's Zillow saying for the cost? Zillow's pretty accurate. Monthly cost is 26. I said 25. So I'm probably a little bit low. Yes. So they're saying about 26. So this is about 2,700. So, it's probably Zillow's usually pretty accurate. So my estimate might be a little bit off on this. So let's just see. What is it at 2,700? Not as good. So if you can get it down to 365, 360, which is going to be tough because it's so competitive. Luckily, this is a multi-family. So there's going to be less people bidding on it. Oh, look at this. All right, so 2021 listed sale, $85,000. Oh, Maroon. Pending sale, 80. So they sold it for $60,000 and they're selling it for $400,000. That is a nice profit. Somebody did a very good job, and I want to know who listed this property and make them my friend and teach them what they know about real estate. I'm going to make a note on that. Comment. Can I leave a comment? Figure out the owner of this property and meet them for lunch because they are smart people. Who listed this? Listed by James Little. Keller Williams. To give James a call. That owner is a smart person. That is impressive, folks. They're making a very nice. Okay, let's just assume they put down $100,000 in repairs on the property. They what was it? They bought it for $60,000. Let's just say they put $100,000 in repairs. $160,000 minus $360,000. They made a $200,000 profit in just over a year. That's not bad. That's pretty good. All right. I think that's going to be it for this episode. We're just about at an hour. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let's see. Any questions come through? I would love a question. No questions. That's all right. I'll be doing this again. I look forward to seeing some people back again. Thank you for everybody who's watching. Give me a follow if you liked it. Like I said, I'll be doing some more of these. And I hope this was valuable for you. So, in a synopsis here, to wrap it up, Oktoberfest, Von Trapp, however you want to pronounce it. That was good. I think I gave it, a 9-1 on the overall? 9-1, yep. And this is a good property here to buy. So, if anybody out there is a real estate investor, check it out. Otherwise, that's it for the beer. That's it for the real estate. Thanks for watching, Leader Boys. I will see you again soon. Bye, friends.